So rates are up. Why are you still broke?
Hey, I'm Scott Marshall. I'm the founder and CEO of TAC, Trucking Automated Clearinghouse, and we've built a financial tool specific for motor carriers in the United States.
All right, Trent. So rates are the best they've been since 2022, so the last 4 years. They're up 20% or more in some cases, depending on what type of freight they're hauling.
Spot rates are through the roof.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, they're higher than a lot of contracted rates now,
Yeah.
which is great for the market. But I keep hearing about one carrier after the other is going out of business, losing money.
Yeah,
What's going on?
My revenue's up, but my cash flow is down.
Right.
That's what we're starting to hear a lot of. And I think a lot of it, what we're starting to see is, these guys are running hard. They're trying to run as many miles as they can to get that, $3 a mile or the high rates and the spot freight. But what they're missing is they see the $2,600 check come in, hit their bank account. That's amazing. But at the end of the day, truck payments, fuel, they've realized that they're actually underwater.
Right.
So I think part of it is, understanding their true cost per mile.
Right.
And I think that, there could be some, misunderstanding of, or, I don't really know what my true cost is. I don't know what it costs me to run my truck at the unit level.
And I would say, especially for newer carriers, most of them have no idea what their actual true cost per mile is.
Right. Yeah. And that'll kill you. You could run all week, and have a negative balance in your bank account.
Yeah, and that's not good.
That's beyond not good. That puts you out of business.
Yeah, if it costs $1 to make a widget and you sell, whether you sell 1 or 1 million, and you're selling them at 90 cents, you're losing money.
You're losing money. You're losing
no matter
money.
how many widgets you manufacture and sell.
Yeah,
so,
it doesn't matter. So I think that's really the big one. Obviously there's other issues. There's issues around detention. That's up as well. Not getting there and having to sit. But I think ultimately it's just understanding your true cost of what it takes to run your business, and sitting down and mapping all of that out. And it's tough to do. It's not easy.
Right.
So.
Yeah, it's most truck drivers are really good truck drivers. Not necessarily the best accountants.
Yeah.
Company controllers, out there. So it definitely, they need the tools and resources so they can fully understand, so that when they go to book that next load and they're given a price of X, but it costs them Y to operate, turn down that load and go find one that will pay enough that is going to create some profitability and put some money in the bank.
Yeah, not just that. It's like we talked about sort of detention and deadheading as well as another big one. They got to drive 200 miles to get a load, which is huge, an issue that some of these articles talked about. And I think part of it is understanding, mapping out your week. Are you using a broker? Are you using a dispatch service? How are you sort of mapping out your week to prevent some of those things that drive down your cost per mile?
Yeah. And there's plenty of services out there that, take dispatch, for example. The dispatch company's going to take, 7, 8, 10% of that revenue.
Yeah.
But if they don't have to sit around for a day and lose a day, or if they don't have to drive 200 miles to go get that next load, they still come out way ahead.
Yeah.
Way ahead.
When you look at your revenue and cost per mile, it's all down to for me, it's all, in a business, it's all down to the unit level, and dispatching can help plan those routes. And I think, when we look at sort of kind of what we do, we've offered some new services that allow our carriers. We already had cost and revenue per mile. Right. That was already there. Right. So you're going to know exactly what you have to charge per mile to be profitable. Not make revenue, but be profitable. Right. So I think part of another thing that we've done, which is great, it helps these guys, and we could get on, iterate on it as well, which is we have a dispatching service as well. So not only are we making sure that you're good to go with, your cash flow, but now we can help you book loads and keep your week, fully booked. So you're not doing those 200 miles deadhead to, another county or whatever to get another load. We've got you lined up for the entire week. You know.
Yeah. So, and of course, you know, they're still running into issues with the trucks being down.
Yeah.
And so again, high rates, but if your truck isn't able to operate, that's a problem.
That's a problem. You know.
Doesn't matter if you're making $10 a mile. If your truck's sitting in the shop, you're not making any money.
Right.
You know.
You're not.
So
Yeah.
the key is to have the tools and resources so that you can continue to operate.
Yeah.
And the more you operate, the more efficient you are, the more reliable you are.
The more money you make.
The more money you make, the
Yep.
better rates you get per mile, the better brokers, better shippers. It runs full circle.
No, I get it. I agree. And I think what we're starting to see with some of our customers is they're starting to get that sort of, oh, okay, I get dispatching. Oh, I can get these loads. Oh, I can, you know, there's money in the bank. Or, hey, if I need a quick, you know, cash advance to get me over the hump. But they're starting to see them sort of smooth out their you know, ups and downs throughout the week, where that $2,600 looks good not only on paper, but it's also, you know, profit in their bank account. And we see that by keeping them on the road, keep them operational.
Yep.
With all of our financial and operational benefits.
Which is the name of the game.
Name of the game. So we have all the tools and financial and operational services to help keep our members profitable, running, and making more money. But we want to hear from you. We want to understand sort of what are some other issues you're seeing in the industry that are preventing you from, you know, keeping you on the road or being profitable. We'd love to hear from you.